arts itself. So they're having a very strange balloon expo in the center, and I've seen some of the pictures, some of the previews. I don't like what I saw. So they've got these tentacles of the Kraken are coming out. We'll have a look at that. See how it makes you feel. So that. There it is. So said to be a exact 1-to-1 scale replica in every way, shape, form, and detail from the 1915 Pan Pacifics.
Hi, are you okay?
So there was some sort of an arch here, which is buried up in this brick structure coming up out of a hill in close proximity. You'll notice all the doors are huge. So this is what's been done. This is what's been done on the walls as far as any kind of work in the 60s. So this entire wall has been refacaded with a very ugly, poor quality plaster around the entire outside. So here's the columns. Amazing. Real quick, these are a couple of filthy repairs. These guys just blobbed it on. Awful. So a room to somewhere. How will they know? So back to this. So here's this terrible mess. Look at this garbage. These people. So anyway, so up here, this used to have the same column detail and the weeping women on the top. So that was demolished, and this has been replastered, and it's not good. So that's the entire inside and outside perimeter of the nearly 1/4 mile long arched exposition hall. But the doors seem to be intact and the openings, but they're missing all of the great detail. So this is one of the details that I haven't heard anyone speak about, and it does repeat, and it's up on the top. These cast 7 elements. This one's very degraded. Some of them have much better detail. So that one's better. This one here a little more degraded. Well, it does seem to fit into what's found in the Indian constructions, the so-called nagas, the 7-headed serpent. So we're going to get a good look now at the upper structure. So on each side of the Titan is one of the inscripted urns, and on both sides of the inscription are the griffins, so 4 griffins per upper urn. And you see the amazing detail on top of the column capitals with the women that are within. And then we have the lower urns on top of a large pedestal. And then you can see the molded swastika detail. So that's very strange. Most people overlook the swastikas as being here. But they're actually in the upper molding detail around the top, around the entire perimeter of the building. Very faint, very difficult to see. There's over 100 of them. Very popular location for photo shoots. So we get a real sense of the scale. You see the people emerging. There's detail within the concrete work, the arches, and we're going to start to see the medallions that are commemorating donators or influencers of some sort. So the large lower urns, 4 at the base of each pedestal repeating, but these have the cherubs and the angels repeating around them. It appears as if some sort of a penetrating concrete stain may have been applied. It's very uniform color all throughout. Exhibition hall main doors, and this used to have a large amount of intricate detail on the outside, high-rising, castellated features from some of the earliest photos. You can see there's actually an upper row of arches that would be visible from here, as well as all the statuary. here's one of the medallions out on the outskirts. Now this is the most repeated relief. It's 4 times, and it's the fighting centaurs with the goddess in the center. And then to the left is the panel with the Pegasus. And then as we go around to the right, we'll see the final relief. Different view with a 4-hitch chariot and citizens, and then if we went to the right we would see the fighting scene again, and then it would repeat around one of the other awesome scenes. So there's 2 of this style, 2 of the Pegasus, and 4 of the fight. Good detail on these individuals. And a wagon wheel. That might be a lion head. Lion head hub. Yeah, very nice. And then one of the startled totems. Caught off guard. I'd like to zoom in and examine up close the intricate mold work that's required for each of these pedestals. So trying to imagine where the mold would be, and how it would be removed, and then how all of these individual components would be filled with the detail intact and not falling, failing, or crumbling after such a long period of time. And it is just peeking out, very faint. Around the entire building is the 1 swastika, 2, followed by 4 dots in a square. And we have the scroll work, very fine scroll work, repeating. And this is a very high-powered zoom, so this would be very difficult to even appreciate. So there's maybe been some plastering in there. So there appears to be 48 individual molded women above the repeating pattern. Another started look. There's the griffin on each side. do we have here? Right, for everyone to see, front and center. So there's plenty of openings to go in, and I don't know how to get in. I don't know how to do that.
Hop, 10 000 balles.
We follow the trail out to the water line where the altar used to be. Notice there's stones that line the entire pond. And they go very deep into the water. And you can see them at times. But they're rather large and they're fitted. We're here along the water. So a masonry perimeter also. It's a very strange look at the internal structure. Let's get up close and really look at what this aggregate is made out of.
Check out here.
Hey guys, like this.
This is where the altar would have been. Very large structure in place of this. This is modern concrete, and there are many names here that we might recognize. We'll have to, and there's an inner circle directly coming from very interesting. So we'll go towards the medallions. This is where the bigger money is. We've got some information. Historical landmark 1064. How did you get this level of erosion in here? So we've got the Palace of Fine Arts, and there is a perimeter around this outer ring. There's a big winner, probably the most favorite. Lucas Foundation. Yeah, very interesting. They're right nearby. Their main headquarters maybe like 1,000 feet or something. 1,618 feet. I think that's probably the real number. Hurst. So we're back to the beginning. So if we go over this hill, we're facing the Yoda fountain. Let's go center ring. See what's happening.
Let's go.
A lot of people from all over the world visiting. Sun's coming right in this portal, right in the main entrance. Right in the main entrance. Very nice day. But here's the large urns down below. And here's some detail. So in this section here, you can see some formwork impressions. Definite wood grain. So that is modern repair. And you can tell where it goes to. It looks like a different material down to this older material. It's probably important that we show what they are showing. So we've got a 3-year window. 3-year window. There's some interesting material here. These crosscuts, very strange. You can see the very degraded base with the dark aggregate that has the looks like it was bubbling. But I'm seeing it looks like maybe this has the appearance almost like a water line. The only way I can describe it. You can see there's a dark line right at the base of the teardrop portion of these columns where it goes from a darker to a lighter shade. It seems to be where it's degraded also. Maybe the other side a little bit, right at the bottom column. Could be an old water line. Wouldn't that be amazing? Right at the base of each column. Is it consistent? Is there a dark band at the base of every column that appears to be? Might be. But the columns across the way. Similar dark to light. So the extreme degradation of the material, the aggregate, is seen from the base of this form, where it looks like extreme erosion, and right about to this line, right through here, right across, right in the middle of the little teardrop. It has a much different appearance, and it has a different darkness, but it looks like it's maintaining its level throughout the base of the other parts of the building. So extreme wear at the teardrop in each level. Consistently? Let's find out. So again, it looks to be the same situation. Well, that is where the most notable. I saw a piece that was broken off over here. It was very broken off. Okay, it's sawn through. This was sawn through. This door was added. There was a cut through. Similar to what you'd see here, except they cut right through. So I'm at this stairway. They really don't want you on here. It would be their ideal. Just for people like me to stay the hell off. I'm unable. Hey, you punk. From there. There's a stairway for giants, I'm sure of it. Because this is way too much for a character like myself. So you come down here and you have this urn, this ladder box. It's covered in swastikas again. You just figured they had to have them. See how enormous. So here's the one with... So I'm going to find a good place to look at some of the intricate repeating detail on the inside of the rotunda itself. So each one of these panels, the lower 8 and probably the large center, but I think the paintings that were there, they might just be painted over. I'm not sure. But the inside is very unusual with the segmented section. And of course, each of the angels. Looks like terracotta. And maybe brick. Might be red brick. Let's look more. Let's look. appearance of terracotta, very red colored. Very extreme detail.
One.
How old is this?